Yes, got it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mediation and Beyond YouTube channel. Today, I'm really honored to have Nidhi Modi from the UK. She's over in the UK right now, so I appreciate having her on with the time difference. We've worked really hard at making this happen over a long period of time with our calendars and whatnot. So Nidhi, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Colleen, for that.
So let me tell you a little bit about this amazing young lady, why I wanted to have her on my program today. So Nidhi works as General Counsel and Joint Chief Missions of the UK, Europe, and India at the United Nations. She's working as an international arbitrator, mediator, director, and counsel at CIADR, Miramar, and Sama. And let me just say what CIADR is, because I wasn't actually overly familiar with that. Is a global ADR center where 5,100 members are involved, and they have a range of very well qualified experts in all fields. And she's director, and she collaborates with different countries to promote ADR activities, and we'll get into that a little later. She's also a member at CIARB, UK, and London Court of International Arbitration, Malaysia, Singapore, and Mumbai International Arbitration Centers. Nidhi is a qualified advocate in India, and she is appointed as a judge for prestigious international ADR competitions 2021. She also contributes a story, and we'll find out about this in a little bit, in the book Family Conflict During a Pandemic, Stories of Struggle and Hope, which you can find on Amazon. She was recently awarded International Humanitarian Award by the UN Global Services 2021. I am going to have all her other accolades listed in on below when you can check out her description. But I want to go ahead and get into talking with her. So Nidhi, welcome. I'm so excited to have you with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful, Colleen. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to having me.
Absolutely. So, I mean, you're just a wealth. You've been a fellow. You're just kind of on the rise. And what I really liked about you was that you're a young woman, obviously, and you keep kind of progressing your way up into some very significant work and positions in the field of alternative dispute resolution and mediation. And I want to find out a little bit about you and what got you involved in the work, how you got interested. So can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Actually, in 2012, I completed my high school. And then first I got around 80% in my high school. So it was quite really good grades, which I got from the high school. So I decided to become a doctor first. I joined the medical school, but some kind of type of issues over there and some things was going into my mind. So I just changed my field. Then I was just thinking about what to do, what not to do. As a woman, it was like I was thinking that to do something different from others, because in my country, generally people choose either doctorate or engineering. So I talked to my parents that I wanted to join law school, but my mother wasn't that much happier with my decision at the time, because doctorate was really more higher and profession than the lawyers. Because as we know that in India, the first generation lawyers, women faces too much troubles going into the courts.
So women have trouble going into the courts in India?
Yeah, definitely. Because you know the orthodox mind peoples that the shamely, sometimes of commands they do on the female bodies, and why I was on the atmosphere of the courts were really terrible at that time. When I also joined around 2013, as I completed my first internship from the local courts, it was really terrible experience for me as well, because seniors too much harassing the new girls, those for especially going for the internships. So that's why it's quite difficult for us to, rising in that kind of atmosphere. Then slowly and gradually, 2013, I joined the law school. But Colin, I wasn't that much understand the English language because I did my high school in a local language. So I had really many good friends who tried to making me up on this. So there was a subject called law of torts, which was totally out of my mind. I wasn't able to understand at time. So I was just thinking what to do, what not to do. The exams are on my head. So one of my good friends just came to me. We were sitting into the cafe and she just taught me over this. Look, Nidhi, this is the thing, this is the example, and you have to just write it down. I was just appeared into the exam, and that time I really scored 60% in that particular subject. Slowly and gradually, I try to understand the language, the terms, the legal languages, and then I got the interest. Came across, I was in third year of my law school, where there was a very interesting subjects. I found it out: mergers and acquisition, the history, legal history was one of the interesting subjects for me. So I scored around first class with distinction, and I got the confidence like that. I also learned, German language. It was really a good experience for me. So slowly and gradually, I was in the last year of my law school, where I found this arbitration particular subject, where I had really a keen interest in that. I asked my professor. I got the admissions in the different universities of the UK. So I just asked that what kind of type of this field, sir. He advised me so that you can do this. And one of my senior also completed the same course from the Singapore International Law School. So I just asked both of them. They advised me. I took the admission in the 2018 September, Portsmouth Law School. And then all the subjects are very interesting, and I really had enjoyed a lot. For an example, there was arbitration, mediation, negotiation, because there was a different things, and the methods which I already taught by the UK professors. It's quite practical. And when was in India, it was just based on the theoretical practices. So it was really good to have, I also had a different kind of friends here from Hong Kong, from Malaysia. We had a type of a group where we were just doing some mediation, some negotiations. Then got it, yeah, okay, what type of the things are different here. Then also learned some of the things as a moot court competition over in arbitration specialist subjects, which was really good. I presented very well, also scored distinction on that. So after completing my LLM from the Portsmouth, I came back to India and try to get involved the field of ADR founding in India. But in India, the scope of the ADR is still very low compared to the other countries. So it's quite difficult for me to get involved in the ADR field. So I just cleared my bar exams, and then also become a member at the Chartered Institutions of Arbitrator. After after the achieving that membership form, I just asked one of my mentor, and he proposed me that, Nidhi, you had completed your membership. Yes, I said. So he offered me a position of directorship at CIADR, Center for International Alternative Dispute Resolution. And then slowly and gradually my career is started in this kind of field.
And so now you're living in the UK.
Yes, I'm in the UK because United Nations also giving me the honorary positions. So I'm just dealing the arbitration mediation cases over the Europe as well as the UK.
Congratulations on all
Thank you
that.
so much.
Let me ask you, why do you think it is that it's hard to have ADR thrive in India?
Yeah, because Colin, when was in India in the year 2022, there was a lockdown over there, and it's really quite hard period for me to run my family because I was the one and only person who was earning. My father was retired. Just 2 months ago, I lost my uncle as well. So
sorry.
I'm just the person who is earning and just feeding the 5 members in my family. So in India, it's really quite hard because no one is still understanding the difference between the mediation and meditation.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yes, it's there in the big cities or metro cities like Bombay, Calcutta. They are running the mediation centers very well. Some of the people are really understands that why we should need mediation and arbitration instead of the civil matters. But you know what? Especially where I live, that's the Gujarat next to Mumbai, where people are still orthodox thinking. They think that the advocates especially, which are brought up and practicing in the high courts or whatever in local courts, they think that if mediation comes and the process once starts, then our business will definitely gonna destroy, or our career will be destroyed. So that's why, that's the reason why mediation is still on the average mode in India compared to the UK, Europe, or USA.
So I think it's more damaging than helpful.
Yeah, it is.
Gotcha. And so you're the CIADR, right? Which is the Global ADR Center. Can you share what that is? What they're doing and what kind of matters they're working in? Is it all matters?
Yes, we are working on arbitration, mediation, negotiation, adjudications, and so on. The center is still under the construction because the site is under the progression, but you can see some of the blogs where you can find it out, the directors, some of the founders, where I was also there as a regional director of Gujarat specially. We are trying to promote ADR. For an example, there is a center like CIAR, which is located in the UK, but they are providing a very high professional courses, but just in English. But they are trying to settle down the courses with different languages so that people can understand some of the methodology who are not able to understand in English language. So we are trying to developing on that. We are trying to to just get involved with the different kind of countries. I'm trying to collaborate with different countries, as in collaboration in Myanmar, Spain, Mexico, and Mexico or US or Europe. So we are trying to get involved with the mediators, with the arbitrators, negotiators, so they can come and they can also share their methodologies with us. We also shared our some of the things with them. So trying to collaborate with each other and trying to promote the ADR at global level.
So,
that's it.
So are you trying to make it more of an educational?
Yes, it is.
A collaborative educational opportunity for people?
Yes, opportunity for people in terms of any, because when we see that the CIR also having a very high level of courses are bit, some courses are really bit like too much expensive for the people. So some of the advocates or some of the students cannot afford that much. So we are trying to keep it on average so that everybody can take the advantage for that.
Right. So keep the cost down so that it's not prohibitive for people.
Yeah.
Do you also do, so I do divorce mediations and family mediations, marital mediations. Is that also something that you also, or is it more business related and negotiations and contracts? You also dive into the divorce and family and marital aspects of mediation?
Yes, we have all kind of experts in the center from different countries. So if the cases comes, for an example, if you are a family lawyer or mediator, so we can also invite you for that as a member to just be a member of our group. And then if in the future any kind of these issues will be arise, so we can forward those cases to you or the experts who are having the different specific fields knowledge. So that is also available on that.
Gotcha. And what do you see as one of the the trends for mediation going forward? Like, what do you see? Where do you see mediation heading? Because you seem to be on a global, so I'm in the States, right? So I see where it's headed in for the United States. I see some of the challenges still that exist, you know, and so where do you see it more on a global level? Where do you see mediation heading? Like, where is CIADR? Where's your vision for that?
Yeah, because they also adopt some different regional directors. So from that, they can also have the different scenarios. For an example, I'm the regional director of Gujarat. So I know there are many challenges. And as I said, it's quite difficult for me to promote that global center at my regional areas. But as we've seen that some of the directors, some are in the Dubai, maybe one of them is in Tanzania. So they knows that how to promote them. They also talk to the authorities that these kind of the things which are good for promotion, so we thought we can move from this level to high level to promote our center at global level. For an example, I do some provide internships to the students so they can also knows that yes, this kind of center is existed, and they providing this kind of opportunities in ADR field, because most of the law students nowadays moving forward to the ADR fields rather than going to another fields. So it's quite a good, good things for me to have this kind of people. I also uh, hire some of the students from the law schools. So the representatives hiring so that they can represent in my center to their law schools. So that's the thing, then the vision we are trying to promoting mediation arbitration at global level.
Are there also internships available for law students
Yes.
or college students even?
Yes, I provided around 15 to 20 students. It was a 1 month course where I provided the 5 modules, that what is arbitration, basically mediation, negotiation, New York Convention, and central model laws. These are the 5 basic things which I am trying to, giving to the students for who are really interested in that. And after 1 month, we are having some conducting the exams for that, and the cutoff area is 50%. After passing that exam, I provide the certificates to them, so that the things which encourages them to come here and have the opportunity with the ADR fields.
That's really exciting, because then you're encouraging the younger generation to kind of get into that mediation mentality and that ADR mentality, where they're bringing that forward even in their own work, right? Their own thinking, which I think is so helpful, instead of that conflict mentality that I think we've kind of, or at least my generation kind of has grown up with. So it's nice to see that there's an institute or a place where people can kind of start looking at things differently. And if you start training the younger people in it with that different mindset, I think that's so helpful. I think, and make it on a global level. I think that's so smart.
Yeah.
Right. I think so. And when you said you're, do you work in the States too? Do you have, are you trying to network within the United States as well, Nidhi?
I think yes, but not, I didn't remember the place, but a few months ago, I also conducted the webinar where Mr. Gary Kompler was there, and he was just giving the lecture on the mediation. So I'm just trying to keep connecting with the different experts like you. And then when I just introduced myself to them, they and I just get to know each other with. So I just try to conducting one kinda type of webinar for my center, and then we are having lectures on that. I also conduct some kind of workshops, for an example, 3 days workshops, 2 days workshops on mediation or arbitration, and I really get good comments on that. And those who are participating in that, they also told me that, ma'am, thank you so much for that, because this is the thing where we can also learn from this, so keep doing this kind of workshops for us. So that's why I'm doing that things also.
Oh, I think workshops are so important. And so it really is kind of spreading the word on what you're doing, which
Yeah.
I'm happy to do. So please keep me informed about what you're doing.
Sure.
And how would people get in touch with you, Nidhi? So how would they, you have your website, you're still under construction, your website?
No, my website is not under construction, Colin, but on LinkedIn,
Mhm.
people try to connect first and then messaging me, or social media as well,
Okay,
because
is
I'm
that,
not able to give my phone number to everybody.
no, no, no. Is your, do you have the website for CIADR? Is there a website for that?
Yes, I have.
And is it CIADR.com or?
Yeah, it's www.ciadrbd.org.
Okay, I will put that, I will make that available so that people can get in touch with you. And then I will put your contact, your LinkedIn connection so that people can find
Yeah.
you on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
Absolutely. And then I will certainly let me know, and I will help spread the word about the work you're doing. And thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate you taking the time, Nidhi, to share with us about the mediation work you're doing on a global level. And I think it's so important. And I'm really happy to hear about the internship kind of experience that you're doing for law students and college students, because I think that's so necessary.
Yeah.
That's hard to find for, especially for people interested in mediation. So I'm going to keep, I'm going to tuck that away in the back of my head for people. So thank you for coming on today. Nidhi Modi, who's international arbitrator and director counsel at CIADR, and I'll put her information. You'll see it below when you look on the YouTube channel for her interview that we're doing today. So thank you, Nidhi. Enjoy the rest
Thank you,
of your
Colin.
day, and I will talk with you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Here, bye-bye.